Hello and welcome, adventurers. Today, we're diving into a tale that spans the icy wilderness of Alaska to the mysterious depths of the jungle. Join us as we follow the incredible journey of a rugged hero with metallic claws who confronts formidable foes and uncovers secrets hidden within the wild. So buckle up, grab your gear, and prepare to be thrilled as we explore the epic saga of survival and mystery. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to join us on every step of this wild adventure. Let's get started. Predator versus Wolverine, Vol 1. In the shadowy expanse of the Canadian wilderness, under a shroud of darkness, the scene unfolds with Wolverine, the rugged survivor, nursing deep wounds. Amidst the dense trees and the chilling winds, he is no longer the hunter but the hunted. His adversary, a being not of this earth, known only as the Predator, has turned the tables. As Wolverine darts through the forest, a sudden beam of laser light cuts through the darkness, narrowly missing him. With keen instincts, Wolverine evades and knows he must disappear. His enemy can track him through his body temperature. Navigating swiftly, Wolverine heads toward a valley, his senses heightened to a near unearthly degree. He is acutely aware of the Predator's presence. The Predator, or Yautja, as its kind are called, is a formidable alien creature that hunts the mightiest beings across galaxies. Gifted with the power of invisibility, the Predator views Wolverine as its latest trophy. The chase leads Wolverine into a dense patch of clouds gathered in the valley, providing him temporary cover. The tense atmosphere is thick with history, echoing a conflict that traces back over a century. Flashback to 1900, the harsh winters of Alaska. A younger, less experienced Wolverine hunts water otters amidst the icy embrace of frozen lakes. Unaffected by the biting cold, he thrives in solitude, avoiding human contact. Each evening, he retreats to a secluded cave, a domain shared only with a slumbering polar bear, terrifying to any human, but for Wolverine, a sanctuary. Meanwhile, a spacecraft pierces the Alaskan skies, disturbing the tranquil frozen landscape as it lands with a thud. From it emerges the Yautja, its mission clear and urgent. It discovers a fallen comrade buried beneath the ice, retrieving a dart, a symbol of vengeance and a tool for the hunt. As the Yautja embarks on its mission fueled by revenge, Wolverine continues his solitary existence, unaware of the cosmic forces beginning to align against him. The stage is set for a battle that will test the limits of both predator and prey, intertwining their destinies in a dance of fury and survival. As a biting Alaskan storm descends, Wolverine heads into a village to sell his latest haul from the hunt. The air is thick with the promise of snow, and the wind howls like a banshee through the desolate streets. Seeking refuge and perhaps a bit of solace in whiskey, Wolverine enters a local bar, a rustic haven from the encroaching blizzard. The bar, warmed by a crackling fire and the low hum of old country music, is run by an elderly woman with a kindly demeanor and sharp eyes that miss nothing. She greets Wolverine with a warm nod, recognizing the rugged hunter by reputation if not by face. She attempts to introduce him to Tucker, a grizzled man with an air of desperation who's scouting for someone capable of handling the rougher edges of frontier justice. But Wolverine, intent only on the warmth of whiskey to stave off the cold, heads straight for the bar. Tucker, not easily dissuaded, approaches Wolverine with an offer of a drink, a peace offering, and an icebreaker. Wolverine, ever the loner, initially dismisses the gestury until Tucker slides a full bottle of whiskey across the table. The promise of a good drink loosens Wolverine's resolve, and they settle at a worn wooden table, carved with names and promises from 100 years past. Their tentative peace is shattered as a group of local hunters, embittered by Wolverine's superior skills and massive hauls, confront him aggressively. Tensions, fueled by jealousy and alcohol, escalate swiftly. One hunter, bold and foolish, places a gun against Wolverine's temple, demanding the secrets of his prowess. Unruffled, Wolverine sips his whiskey, then, in a fluid, almost balletic motion, smashes the empty bottle against the man's head. Chaos erupts as fists and furniture fly. Wolverine dispatches his assailants with a brutal grace, turning their weapons against them in a dance of violence. One hunter, his face now a mask of blood from broken glass, draws a gun and fires. Wolverine, agile and unyielding, dodges the bullets and disarms the man with a scythe taken from the wall decor, severing the hunter's hand in a spray of crimson. The fight ends as quickly as it began, leaving the hunters defeated and Wolverine untouched, his only trace of floor scattered with the defeated. As Wolverine makes to leave, the old bar owner turns to Tucker, her expression a mix of awe and certainty. "I told you, this person is the right person for your work." Intrigued and undeterred by the violence, Tucker follows Wolverine into the storm. Outside, Tucker catches up, his voice cracking with emotion. Through tears, he reveals his plight. He's a gold prospector and bandits have kidnapped his son. His desperation is palpable as he pleads for Wolverine's help. Moved by the man's distress and perhaps feeling the weight of his own solitude, Wolverine agrees to join forces with Tucker, and together they set out into the storm, their path lit by the fierce glow of Wolverine's resolve and the promise of retribution. Deep in the heart of the wilderness, Yautja, the predator, is engaged in a grim and ritualistic ceremony. His quest for a worthy adversary has brought him to Earth, a planet rich with diverse and formidable life forms. With each kill, from the swift deer to the imposing ram, the majestic tiger, and even the mighty killer whale, Yautja showcases his unparalleled prowess. Each creature's skull, meticulously severed and cleaned, is added to his growing collection, trophies of his dominance over lesser beasts. Yet despite these conquests, a true challenge eludes him. His thirst for a hunt that would test his limits remains unquenched. Driven by a blend of frustration and anticipation, Yautja uses his advanced infrared vision to scan the surroundings. He detects a village not far from his current location. In a horrific display of power, Yautja descends upon the village, leaving a wake of slaughter behind him. The villagers, no match for such a formidable hunter, are mercilessly cut down. Their skulls soon join his eerie collection, yet the hollow victory does nothing to satisfy his craving for a worthy opponent. Meanwhile, amidst a howling Alaskan winter storm, Wolverine and Tucker are on a desperate journey. Riding through the blizzard, they head toward the old Groff hunting cabin, where Tucker believes his son's kidnappers are hiding. For Wolverine, this mission is personal. The abduction echoes the distant and painful memories of his own familial bonds, torn by tragedy. As they approach their destination, the horses, sensing imminent danger, rear back in terror and flee, leaving Wolverine and Tucker to continue on foot. The storm intensifies around them, the wind screaming like the souls of the damned. They trudge through the dense forest, their path obscured by the swirling snow. Suddenly, they stumble upon a macabre scene, a grotesque tableau of animals and humans slaughtered and skinned, their bodies suspended grotesquely from the branches of the somber forest. The sight strikes a chord of horror in Tucker and sends a surge of grim resolve through Wolverine. They realize they are not alone in this chilling wilderness. Unseen and ever watchful, Yautja observes them from the shadows, his cloaking device rendering him nearly invisible. His interest is piqued, not just by the skill and reputation of Wolverine, but also by his apparent connection to the human emotions of loss and revenge. The Predator, curious about this complex quarry, silently tracks them, analyzing their movements and strategies as they navigate through the forest of death. As the merciless storm continues its icy howl across the Alaskan wilderness, Wolverine and Tucker approach the old Groff hunting cabin, shrouded in sheets of blowing snow. The desolate cabin stands forebodingly in the wilderness, its isolation compounded by the ferocious weather that has discouraged any would-be intruders. Tucker, with urgency edging his voice, imparts a final instruction to Wolverine. "Be quick, my friend, and show no mercy to any of the thieves." With his characteristic silent nod, Wolverine unsheathes his gleaming claws, a deadly promise of what's to come. Yautja, concealed by his advanced cloaking technology, observes from a distance, intrigued by the unfolding human drama. Wolverine bursts through the cabin door with a primal fury, catching the thieves unawares amidst their card game. The room erupts into chaos as he dispatches them one by one, a whirlwind of rage and retribution. However, in the midst of his assault, a shocking betrayal unfolds. Tucker, with a cold precision, shoots Wolverine in the back. As Wolverine collapses, Tucker strides over the bodies to retrieve a bag of money. Revealing his true colors, Tucker sneers down at the fallen Wolverine. "These are my sons. I am the thief too. I hired them to be bandits rather than pay me a commission. They betrayed me, so I used you to eliminate them." As Tucker turns to leave, a laser pierces the air, striking him dead. Yautja steps into the cabin, surveying the carnage with a hunter's appreciation for the kill. He remarks coldly, "All of them are monsters," underestimating Wolverine's rapid healing abilities. In a blur of motion, Wolverine leaps up, his claws slashing across Yautja's mask, revealing the grotesque alien visage beneath. Anger flares in Yautja's eyes as he faces this unexpected challenge. Wolverine snarls, "It doesn't matter what you are, monster. I will destroy you." In response, Yautja snaps Wolverine's claws with his spear and plunges it into Wolverine's body. A brutal counterattack that sends Wolverine staggering out of the cabin. Outside, the air is thick with the scent of pine and blood. Wolverine, severely wounded, pulls Yautja's spear from his body, his healing factor kicking in with astonishing speed. Meanwhile, Yautja, also injured from the skirmish, retreats momentarily to treat his wounds with a med kit, his green blood spattering the ground. Both warriors, battered yet unbroken, prepare for the final confrontation. A grim understanding passes between them. The wilderness will bear witness to who truly is the apex predator. This clash of titans steeped in betrayal and underscored by primal survival sets the stage for an epic showdown that will test the limits of both hunter and hunted as they vie to establish dominance in this frozen hell. In the chilling wilderness of Alaska, a heart-pounding chase unfolds as Wolverine, aware of his adversary's superior strength, opts for cunning over direct confrontation. The dense, snow-laden forest becomes a blur of white and shadow as Wolverine dashes through the trees, his breaths coming out in sharp puffs against the cold air. Yautja, relentless in pursuit, becomes the hunter in a deadly reversal of roles. With technological prowess on his side, Yautja unleashes a laser attack that Wolverine narrowly evades. Undeterred, Yautja launches a dart that thuds into Wolverine's leg, slowing but not stopping the determined mutant. Despite the throbbing pain, Wolverine hatches a plan to turn the tables using the familiar and harsh environment to his advantage. Limping and bleeding, he leads Yautja towards a cave, an area he knows intimately. As Yautja gains ground, Wolverine reaches the cave's entrance. In a tense standoff, Yautja positions himself in front of the cave, blocking the only apparent escape route. With a grimace of pain and determination, Wolverine triggers his planned ambush, taunting Yautja with a defiant shout, "Come on, you ugly bear!" At that moment, a massive polar bear, disturbed from its slumber within the cave, charges out. The bear, a behemoth of the north, clamps onto Yautja from behind. The ensuing scuffle is ferocious and primal, with growls and roars echoing through the frosty air. The bear drags Yautja back into the darkness of the cave, giving Wolverine a moment to breathe and recover. Believing the battle won, Wolverine extracts the dart from his leg and stumbles away, a mix of relief and triumph etched on his face. However, the forest remains eerily silent for only a moment longer. Soon Yautja emerges from the cave, bearing the grisly trophy of the polar bear's head. The stark realization that the fight is far from over washes over Wolverine, as Yautja discards the bear's head and refocuses his attention on his true prey. Centuries sweep by like the shifting sands of time, erasing the vivid memories of battles fought and foes vanquished. Yet fate, with its intricate threads, weaves old adversaries back into the tapestry of life. Wolverine, whose life is a mosaic of endless conflicts and fleeting peace, now finds himself under the aegis of Professor Thornton, commanding a unique squad known as Team X, comprising mutants like Jackson, Sabretooth, Cruel, and Maverick. Wolverine embarks on a perilous mission to the verdant depths of South America. Their objective is daunting: to dismantle a military encampment orchestrated by a rogue general poised to execute a coup. As they infiltrate the jungle stronghold, the air is thick with the musk of damp earth and the tension of impending violence. Wolverine, with his instincts honed to near perfection, ascends a watchtower to neutralize the sentries. However, upon reaching the summit, he is greeted not by the guards, but by a horrific tableau. The soldiers are dead, grotesquely displayed and skinned, hanging like macabre trophies from the rafters. This ghastly sight stirs the echoes of a long-forgotten encounter in the year 1900, the chilling work of the Yautja. In that moment of grim realization, the jungle around them springs to life with an ominous rustle. A metallic net, swift and silent, ensnares Cruel, snapping the team to high alert. As they scan the dense foliage, figures materialize out of thin air. A band of Yautja, their cloaking devices flickering off, revealing their formidable presence. The hunters, it seems, have not forgotten Wolverine, nor forsaken the thrill of the hunt. As the two groups stand eye to eye, the air vibrates with the intensity of their mutual recognition. Wolverine, with the bitter taste of betrayal still fresh, understands the stakes are higher than ever. This is not just a mission. It's a resurgence of ancient grudges, a revival of a deadly rivalry that spans centuries. With this chilling revelation, the narrative thickens, promising a saga replete with more skirmishes and strategic battles. As the story pauses, the anticipation of what lies ahead simmers in the hearts of the warriors. The stage is set for a confrontation that is as much about survival as it is about unraveling the twisted threads of their intertwined destinies. The promise of future conflicts looms large, heralding a tale of action, allegiance, and adaptation in the unforgiving climes of the South American jungle and beyond. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible adventure today. If you enjoyed our journey through the wilds of Alaska and the dense jungles, where danger lurks around every corner and only the bravest survive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode of our thrilling tales. Your support means the world to us and helps us bring more exciting content your way. Until next time, keep the spirit of adventure alive, and we'll see you in the next video.